Welcome back everyone to another episode of Minecraft Modsauce with John. Today we're going to set up a windmill farm to generate electricity power for all of the machines that you see here and more to come. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a bunch of windmills for the Mekanism mod. I already have a bunch of them crafted, but I'll show you how to craft them in a second. We're going to also make an angel block, which allows us to build high up in the sky, even if we don't have something to build on. Right now, since I don't have a jetpack, I'm going to actually use dirt to dig up to the part of the sky where I want to put the windmill farm. The windmills, first of all, the angel block is constructed with obsidian, gold, and 2 feathers, so we're going to need one of those just in case. The windmills are constructed, these are the wind turbines from Mekanism. They generate RF power, and they will the higher they are in the world, the more power they generate. So I already have a couple of those that I use throughout the village here that we're building, but when they're put on top of a roof here or up on a hill, they only generate around 60 power. But if you get it close to the build limit in the sky, I think they generate about 384 power. So we're going to try that out today. So this is osmium enriched alloys, which is iron and redstone in the enrichment machine. The basic control circuit, which is osmium and redstone. And these energy tablets are made with 3 gold and an enriched alloy and some redstone. So we're going to finish that. So I got 2 there. I got a few more in my chest here that I've made off screen. And we're going to, I figured I like the factory blocks from Chisel, which are made from stone and iron. And each one of these makes 32. So we're going to get a bunch of those to make a platform up in the sky. We're going to make a tesseract to get the power from the platform down to our base. So tesseract is made with enderium ingots, diamonds, and hardened glass. And the enderium ingots are made with, let's see, sorry. Pyrithium dust and enderium blend. The pyrithium dust is made with coal dust, sulfur, blaze powder, and redstone. And the enderium blend is made with pulverized tin, 2 tin, a silver, and a shiny metal, and a bucket of ender, which I made with the magma crucible and the fluid transposer. So right now I want to make 3 of these tesseracts, and I have 2 here. Let me get the other 2 frames from over here. So that was 3, and I need to put in 1,000 units of ender, liquid ender, which is actually 4 ender pearls. Each ender pearl melts and gives 250 millibuckets. So I'm going to need 12 ender pearls for this. And I'm going to put my 3 tesseract frames in here. So that's 3. Now that's the 4th pearl. So this is going to start making that. The tesseract frame is built. Once we get the tesseract that's frame full of ender, we will make bronze and silver, and that's what this here is waiting for, the 3 tesseract frames that are full to make our completed tesseracts. So we're going to step back to here. So the first tesseract was completed with the frame, and we can go ahead and make that by putting it there. That makes a completed tesseract. And we will set that up in a second. Second one is done. Second one. And third one. Okay. So we're going to, I recently upgraded my energy cell to be a resonant one, which holds 50 million RF, and its output is 10,000. And it goes, the output of that, if you hold the wrench, I have Ender IO pipes that are, have the conduit, in the conduit that go up to the roof where the windmills are up there. Windmills, what I had up until now is I had 3 or 4 windmills up here, and you'll see that this windmill is generating 60 RF, and even though it can output 384, it's only generating 60 right now, and that's due to the height above the land. So we want to come down here. We've built the tesseracts, we have the windmills, we have some more windmills in here. I made a bunch of windmills off camera, and I made the Ender energy conduit that can transmit 20,000 RF. They're very expensive, so I only made 8 of those right now, but we'll be able to hook up all of these windmills to it. And so let's go do that. So what I want to do, let's see if, okay, so we're going to find a spot in the sky. So I have a chunk loader over in this house over here that will keep the 10 chunks loaded around this area. So I believe I want to go right around over here and then straight up into the sky. So that's, I got these stacks of dirt. I should be able to, right now I am at, my feet are at 63, and I want to go to 200, or 256 I believe is the limit. And I want to go, since the windmills are 3 or 4 blocks tall, I want to go to the build limit minus that, so that the fan blades are right up at the limit of the sky, and then I'll get the most amount of power generated for these. So let me break here, and I will come back when I have my dirt tower all the way to the sky, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. As you can see right here, we're at 255 position for our feet in the sky, which is right at the build limit. And the reason we know that is because I should be able to place down this dirt, and I can't. So that is the absolute highest that you can build. You can always go higher with a jetpack or hang glider or whatnot, but this is the maximum build height. So I want to take this and then go down about 4 or 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now I want to build a platform, and I want to make the, using my chisel, I want to use the factory blocks and get the shiny metal construction block. That's what I want. So, holding down shift so I don't fall. 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to hit F9 here and look to see where my grid is for chunks. So that right there is a grid. I think I got a few more there. So that right there is a grid boundary, or a chunk boundary. So I want to do this. And make my right at this red line is a chunk boundary, and that's a chunk boundary. So that's 16 long by 2 wide. So let me turn that off now. And now I just want to make it about 3. We'll do 4. So what I want to do here is make it wide enough to have a row of windmills, 2 rows of windmills with a power cord in the middle. So I'm going to leave that there for right now. So let's put this down here. One, two, three, 4. Okay, I'm going to put the, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tesseract. Okay, so what I want to do is get the conduit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get the windmills. 2. And you'll see here, remember how down on my roof the turbine was only generating 60 RF? This one's now generating 191 RF. So that's a considerable amount more. And so now we want to get all the windmills. And you can put them facing each other here. And that's all I have for right now. So each one of these okay, I must have been wrong. So it's generating 478 power and its output is 384 RF. I'm sorry. So these should all be full now. So they have 80,000 RF and they're generating 478 and they're able to output 384. So they have their own battery basically. So all of that is being piped into this tesseract. This tesseract we need to set up, and I'm just going to give it a number of frequency of 100. I'm going to say wind farm, save the frequency, set the frequency, and I want to say I'm sending energy receiving nothing and sending energy is what I want to do. And that's all I need to do for this one. Later on, when I get more resources, I will fill up this platform with windmills. And for right now, we just want to get our chest back and head on down. So I want to fill that in, and then I will use my shovel go 3 at a time. And as you can see, I'm high above the village. You can barely see what we're doing there. I did this kind of over water just in case if I fall I won't kill myself. And as we get closer, you can see our base. This is over there is the blacksmith area. This is one of my daughter's houses. This is my other daughter's house. And that's my son Michael. That's Marina's house. That's Anastasia's house. I got a library built there, and I moved my Botania garden from over in the middle of the village over to its own garden area. And let's finish getting down here. So now we have to take another tesseract and set up over here. Let's put this dirt away. Okay. So let's sleep real quick. So we're going to go outside in a minute. Okay, so now remember up in the sky, on the platform up there, the wind turbine had a 80,000 and it was generating like 478. So this one's only generating 149, which is a lot, but might as well, if you're going to spend the resources to make these, it's better to put them way up high if you can. So now I don't need this here anymore, and I don't need these. So I'm going to collect these. And now, when I go downstairs, I basically just need to, let's see, get this out. Oops. Get that out. And I want to actually I can stick the Tesseract right onto this, because if I connect it via a orange and enhanced energy conduit, the max output is only 5000 RF. Whereas the Tesseract, I think I'm generating, let's see, the max output for the windmill was 384, and I had many of them, so well over 3,000 or 4,000. Anyway, basically I should be able to attach this right to the bottom of this. And hold on one second. Okay, so what we want to do here is to attach the Tesseract to the bottom of the resonant energy cell, and shift right click. We can now go in and pick the wind farm that we set and set the frequency. And at that point we can say it's sending none and receiving power. If we want to so sending none and receiving energy. And that's really all you need to do to have that go. Okay, so now let's put some stones back there. I'll fill in those holes there later and fill in that. So right now we should have a near infinite supply of power, and that should set us up for future energy usage. And by going up to here, I'll fill in that hole at a later date, and we will add more windmill power up on the platform later after we get a jetpack, which will happen in the next few episodes when we cover Mekanism. And that's it for now. I'm going to enjoy the new power settings and be able to run my magma crucible to generate lava, because that takes a lot of power, and I should be able to run that consistently all the time and not run out of power. So that's it for now, and enjoy. Thank you.